Hi all, and welcome to a new episode of Hemargroup, Partner of the Month. Today with us there is Barbara Pin from Boldbrain Startup Challenge and Fondazione Agire. We will explain later what are these two this organization. And as always, Andrea Moroni Stampa, my colleague and CTO of Hemargroup. So hi Barbara, welcome to this series of interviews. It's a pleasure to have you on board. And without further ado, can you introduce shortly yourself and maybe also Boldbrain, what is it, and Fondazione Agire that is behind?
Hi, everybody, and thank you for having me in your interviews. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to explain what's Boldbrain and who am I. I'm a startupper, or better, a former startupper, a former entrepreneur, and right now I work for Agire Foundation. So in my background, I know what does it mean to be a startupper, what's the life of a startupper. So sometimes you are very high and happy, and the other day you are down and sad because your idea is not working. So I know how does it feel, and this experience can help me right now in my job in Agire Foundation, where I'm in charge of the business unit of startups. But what's Agire? So Agire is the regional innovation agency of Canton Ticino. We help and promote startups, PMI that they want to make innovation in their processes or in their company, we can say. And we have got many initiatives. But what I'd like to tell you more, it's about the business unit where I'm in charge of. And for startups, we meet all the promoters with new innovative ideas, and maybe they are early stage, and then we help them in not developing, but giving them some advices and telling them what the canton and the confederation give the opportunity, what kind of measures there are set up to help those new ideas to become then a reality. And then you can live with this. So from this is better. Going a little bit deeper, it's about Boldbrain. Boldbrain, it's an accelerator for early stage startups. So you've got an idea, you can apply to Boldbrain, and then if you've got the chance, or it's not about chance, if your early stage idea is good enough to be selected among the 20 startups, so you can be admitted, and then you start this amazing program. I say amazing and maybe a little bit stressful program that we run from September till December.
Okay, thank you, Barbara, for the introduction. And yeah, a life spent on innovation, basically. And can I ask you, Andrea, also the same question because a lot of people maybe have never seen our videos, so they want to know also Hemargroup, which is what you are doing there.
Yes, sure. Hi, Saverio, and hi, Barbara. Thank you for joining us in this interview run. Well, Hemargroup is an electronic manufacturing company based in Switzerland, and we follow the electronic projects from the idea through the prototype and from the prototype to the mass series production. And especially within the Boldbrain initiative, we do have a sponsoring in the Boldbrain universe. We see and think that trying to help startups conquer the world, maybe starting from Ticino, why not? We are small, but we are very fast, is a great opportunity to dive in the innovation in the innovation world, actually. And with the Boldbrain partnership, we have found a lot of possibilities, and we got to meet a lot of people with very crazy from time to time, but also successful ideas. And we've been really trying to bring forward what the real concept of innovation means. I'm also a startupper, as also Barbara is, and as I know you, so where you are. So this is really something interesting in our everyday life. Hemargroup, of course, has a focus on the electronics. Electronics meaning the hardware, piece of device with some blinking lights and push buttons or whatever is needed to make things work. And we are able to develop this hardware along with the software needed to run the device and also to get it into production. And sometimes the very early stage startups, as Barbara was mentioning, starting from the idea, is exactly where the magic begins. And at that stage, we want to be part of the magic being created in the startup world.
Okay, thank you, Andrea, for your introduction. So, I mean, I think that really the keyword of this video interview should be innovation and also startups on a certain level. And just to dig into the Boldbrain Startup Challenge, I have a question for you, Barbara, regarding also what Andrea said. So this partnership, right, between Boldbrain and Hemargroup. And the question is why it is important to support, to help startups and to foster innovation. And also another question is why it is important to involve also the companies from the let's say the neighborhood of the canton or the nation and so on and so forth, because Hemargroup obviously is a well-founded old company, a small and medium enterprise. So why really it is important that these two worlds can collaborate, the startups and the innovation on one side, and the well-funded corporates that operate from since ages, and they are already well planted in the market.
Thank you for these good questions. I like it. So first of all, Boldbrain there is no vertical in Boldbrain. And this is what I want to point out. We have got many different industries. And I think it's really important to have on the same time, so you can have as a startup a big network in Boldbrain, and it's important to have companies already settled with a huge experience, and then they can share this experience with the startuppers. And both the startuppers and the already settled companies, they can profit and benefit of this sharing, of this moment of sharing, because there isn't only the startup world, and we can say the company world already settled and they are doing their business. I think both they need to collaborate to make something also new. So I know that it sounds maybe a little bit weird or strange, because you have got the startup with your idea, the company, but all together you can make more value. So when you are developing your idea, you can share your experience and everything you have done as in your company or as a startup in a company. I think it's the same. You need to have the same mindset. So this is the reason why we would like to have companies sponsoring Boldbrain. It's not about money, but it's about people, about sharing ideas, about sharing your experience, and the startup can benefit of this. And also I think companies, they can profit and benefit of the startupper mindset. So sometimes companies are really, how can I say, stuck with processes, and they don't see, okay, maybe we can try to make something a little bit leaner. So they can take some hints from the startups and also from technologies, for example. Who knows that a startup in Boldbrain then can be acquired from another company, so that it is a sponsor for Boldbrain. Why not? It would be also a good success. So it's what we call an exit in the startup world.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I think that you really go straight to the point. That is, a two-way benefits, both for a company, well-planted company, and startups to exchange idea, knowledge, networking, and obviously the mindset. And taking this call, I know that Hemargroup is sponsoring Brain. So there is really, the kind of partnership that you were talking, just 5 seconds ago. And maybe Andrea, do you want to tell more about what is this sponsoring, and also what is the objective for a company like Hemargroup? Why an electronic manufacturing company can collaborate with an accelerator?
As Barbara was saying, it's not about the money. It's about the expertise. It's about partnerships. It's about finding the right way to create your or to make your dream come true. And especially within the electronic world, we as a Hemargroup, we do sponsor one or two. Actually, this can also happen. Winners every year of electronic related devices which need a boost in the development, a boost in a design review, a boost in the first production of the 0 series of the prototypes needed to the field test, or maybe, and this is very often the case, of the first piece is needed to convince an investor that your idea is great and your idea is working and you have something to show. Because some PowerPoint slides are very nice, always interesting, but the real device is actually what makes the heart beat. And this is for investors very, very important. And as Hemargroup, we are very habitué of the startups trying to create the first prototype and facing the first challenges of nothing is working, and then it is working but you don't know why, and then maybe it was working as a prototype but not as a series, and you face, as we always do, as we very often do nowadays, the problematic of components and electronic material shortage, and you don't know what to do as a young startup. So the help of a well-established group, we have nearly 50 years experience in the field, is very useful in these early stage situations. Nevertheless, who knows, maybe we will find the next unicorn together with Boldbrain.
It's what we hope.
Absolutely. And so I think we are coming to the end of this interview. We usually close our interview with a personal advice from both the partners that are in the videos. So I guess this you would like to give an advice on entrepreneurship, probably, as it's the subject of this interview. And I don't know who wants to start. Maybe Barbara.
So first, thank you, and thank you for being a sponsor of Boldbrain. It's important for this. For us, my advice, two advice, or maybe three. First slogan: sharing is caring. Don't be afraid to share your idea, what you have got in your mind. Don't just think, but do. And we wait your application for next year, and so do your application and start working. So we wait for you on Boldbrain 2022.
When is the next date for Boldbrain, just to be more specific, for 2022?
So now we are running the 2021 competition. We're going to have the award ceremony on the 2nd of December, and mid-May we're going to open the application for the batch of 2022. So mid-May you can start to apply to Boldbrain, but meanwhile you can attend the award ceremony, you can look or maybe you can have a look at our website and social media to find some information about Boldbrain. So follow us on social media also.
Okay, so to all the startups that are looking this video, please get ready for your application to Boldbrain in 2022. And Andrea, your personal advice on entrepreneurship and startupping?
which is a nice verb, actually, startupping.
Exactly.
Well, the advice is might sound obvious, but is to never give up, and with the addition to be ready to change your idea, because not always the very first idea is the idea which will succeed in a product or in a successful startup or afterwards a company. So stay focused on your area of expertise or where you are trying to disrupt the world, but be ready to change your ideas and therefore never give up again.
Thank you to you both. This is really the end of our interview. As always, you can find the website and the content information if you want if you have a question or you want more info on Boldbrain or Hemargroup, how we can help you in the description of the video. And I will like to personally thank both Barbara and Andrea for being here today. And yeah, we are looking forward to the next episode of our Partner of the Month video interviews.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.